Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Kyle Higgins, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
All right, this time we'll be talking Nightwing. This will be our classic week, Nightwing 142 through 146. He's still with the cloisters. So, but I did see it. Well, it was a news article this a couple days ago. Not that it's much news, but they were like, "Is the Nightwing movie still happening? We've got no updates in such a long time." And
yeah, that seems like a really obvious that it's probably not happening then.
I don't know. Well, I mean, since they've announced that, I mean, they've switched gears, and now James Gunn's doing the whole thing. So if we do see it, it might be a while because it seems like I don't know. It seems like they're going to be like starting over because the first movie's like, what is it, Superman Legacy? James Gunn's doing like a young like Superman, so it might be a while.
Whatever.
And when we
let's see what they do, because I think it'd be better to not have one than to have a sucky one. So
exactly.
So it's kind of, what are they going to do? The thing that annoys me is I feel as though they have a very easy I mean, if you want to make a sort of imitating Marvel where you've got movies in multiple phases, I mean, you've already got a very obvious phasing with Batman. You've got a Batman that's by himself. You've got a Batman with Dick as Robin. You've got Batman where you do whatever it is, where Dick becomes Nightwing, Jason you do Jason dies, you do Tim, then you do a Damian. Like, you can do all of those, but it's almost as though they don't. It's weird because they have that, but then they seem to not want to take the time, and that they just want to jump in and already have Bruce with all of his Robins and this kind of thing. And I mean, I guess if they do a good job, that can be fine too, but it also seems you have multiple opportunities to. It seems you could very easily lay out.
Yeah, I mean, they always want to jump in, and it's like they want to like catch up with Marvel, even though Marvel's put in like the work, done like 20 some movies already. So,
right.
But yeah, that's what me and Loth were saying. It's like, you know what? Remember when we hardly ever got superhero movies? We might have got one like once every year, every other year. It's like, let's do that. It's like, instead of quantity, just put all your effort into one quality movie a year or something. And
yeah, I mean, it wouldn't even have to be every year. I mean, when we were kids, it's not like those Batman movies, which were not necessarily quality. It's not like they came out every year. I mean, there were multiple years in between them.
Oh yeah, it took at least 2 years for each one.
Oh, I mean, look at Star Wars, the original trilogy. Those came out 3 years apart, every single one. I mean,
Oh, I know.
I get that we have no patience nowadays, but the studios don't need to cater to us in that regard.
I know. It's I don't know.
Make us be our best selves. Don't succumb to our bad behavior. Don't reward our bad behavior.
I mean, they get something good, and then they just have to try to wring every cent out of it.
Right. Yeah, that's the other. Because yes, sometimes I think it can be there's definitely fatigue setting in. I mean, many people have already had fatigue, and I mean, I like superheroes, and I haven't seen really any of the superhero movies this year because it's just getting to be too much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
And so that's the other thing is they're all like, oh, these movies aren't making enough money. They aren't making as much money. Well, maybe it's because you have 5 superhero movies coming out a year, and that's kind of a lot.
oh yeah, exactly.
Not everybody will. I mean, some people don't even go to 5 movies in a year. At least at the movie theater. I mean, when I was younger and I was, in college and stuff, I went for years without ever going to the movie theater. So like some people they're just not in the habit of it.
Well, and these days too, it's like some of them they turn them around in like 60 or 90 days and then they're streaming. So some people are just like, you know what, I'll just wait a month, 2 months, 3 months and just watch it from the comfort of my home too.
Right, where I can use closed captioning or pause it whenever I want to go to the bathroom or get snacks.
And watch it on the streaming service I'm already paying for and not have to go to the movies and buy a ticket.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So should we get to these issues?
Let's do it.
All right. So yeah, we got guess I can bring the credits up at least. But yeah, Nightwing 124 or 124, 142. These were from here. Let me bring this up real quick.
I've got it up. The first one is May 2008.
Oh yes, 2008. Seems like just yesterday, doesn't it?
Hey. Yeah. Not actually. I don't know. I've done a lot since May 2008.
Oh, so have I, man.
You've like gotten married and had a kid and stuff.
I know.
I didn't have my PhD in 2008 or in 2008, and now I do.
Well, that's like I was looking at an old ad the other day. It was like for when Dick became Batman. Him. It was it was an ad
Yeah,
for Batman Robin with him and Damian, and it was like 2009. I'm like, man, was it that long ago? But
I know. Yeah, yeah. It was a long. Yeah, it was a
well,
long.
we've had a lot since then. New 52. Oh God.
Yeah, let's not think about it.
Grayson was good. No, I was gonna say. I mean, New 52 Dick wasn't as bad as Rick Grayson. All right.
New 52 was okay written. It's just all the backstories were dumb.
So yeah, this one I'm trying to remember. Did this leave off from last issue, which we did cover 141 a while ago, kids? I'll try to put a link to that. So
Yeah, in the sense that in one of the I might even start in 141. Or I mean, yeah, maybe not. But yeah, so Dick's already gotten his job at the cloisters, and somebody, the dude working for Talia, has already stolen that
oh yeah, they're stealing dead
that
bodies.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, somebody's stealing the bodies of dead heroes and villains. And again, this is before the fact, but isn't it? It's so weird. In this first issue where Dick's like trying to keep the first thing he's trying to keep them from stealing KGB's body.
Yeah, that is
The man who will shoot him in the head. Yeah.
yeah, that is funny.
So it's like, I guess KGBs will be back then too, huh?
Indeed.
So yes, he's fighting off these trooper types. I love that move where like they kind of knock him into the van, but he takes the hit so he can come crashing through the front windshield and just shoot off a line.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the fight at the beginning of this is very well done. It's very dynamic.
Oh yeah, because I mean it's all midair stuff. I mean, which he's good at, but yeah, because I mean, at least one of these guys has wings. Once again,
And I like, all right, Sir Lancelot, this should keep you grounded for a while.
and once again, we're getting a fight in a graveyard.
We should have read this around Halloween.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to discuss that since we're only doing 2 episodes a month now. Or do we still want to do? So what do we got on the schedule? Oh, we got the DC, was it the vampire one? You know, when Dick's King of the Vampires, and what's the other? Oh, and then we had
Spoiler.
no, yeah. Well, again, it's been a while. And then the 3-issue Blackest Night crossover when he was Batman.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, how much was Dick in the deceased one, the zombie one?
I'm trying to remember. Did I even read that? I'm not sure, but I was gonna say. I mean, we got at least enough content. Yeah, with the vampire one's 12, and then if we want to do the Blackest Night, that's 3 issues. So
Yeah, that'd be 3 weeks right there. I think we're good. We can't do it all in 1 year. There's next year. Halloween happens every year.
and again, we're only doing 2 weeks every month. So I mean, we could do a new month and then just pick one for this year and then save one for next year. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, so then I found it fascinating. I'm at the end of the fight where he grabs the knight, and then it's like elsewhere you see a hand press a button, and then this reanimated corpse implodes or explodes or whatever. It's like his eyeball comes out.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, because as we find out later, yeah, there's a chip basically implanted in his head.
Yes, which is very Suicide Squad. Is this the same stuff that the Suicide Squad uses?
Kind of, sort of, except it's like a bomb. Where basically, when Amanda Waller's done with you, she'll just blow your head up.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this one's not quite as messy. This one just basically just shuts off your brain, but
that's intense.
Because for the autopsy, Dick goes to Dr. Midnight and the Justice.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the things that's that for those of us who like this last part of his Nightwing, the Tomasi run, I think that's one of the things that was very well done. Is in for the last however many issues he wrote Freefall and The Great Leap. And they do a really good job of showing Dick's connections, and his friends drop by, and you've got banter, or you see him going to other people and how he has these how he works and plays well with others. And it's really great. They really highlight one of some of Dick's strengths.
Oh yeah, because again, it's like if anyone gets along with all the heroes, it's Dick. And again, since he is in New York, this time the Justice Society is in New York. So
yeah, I mean, there's many reasons why this. I mean, I think. Well, I don't think. I know this end of the run of the Nightwing run. These two Tomasi things are my favorite parts of the.
Yeah,
my favorite. I know a lot of people. Excuse you. I know a lot of people. Their favorite part is the beginning stuff with Dixon, but I like this better, and I think it's better done.
Yeah, I mean this stuff is good. Even then, we have him, teaching the kids the gymnastics and stuff.
And I don't know, because I'm never quite sure how much planning ahead DC actually does. But the way this is, it does flow very nicely into Dick eventually becoming Batman, and then some of the stuff he does as Batman, leading the JLA and stuff. It makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
Sets it up well.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how much lead time they had with this, but yeah, it did work. Oh, and then he's still doing the skydiving, 30,000 feet today. Oh, then him and that glider picking up the muggers and stuff.
Yep. So, do you know who's this Miss Hunkle?
Mohawk. I mean, she's a Justice Society character. She was hold on, let me.
I mean, is she a superhero?
She kind of is. She's like a golden age. Here, let me bring up this whole. Let me refresh my memory here. Yeah, she was like basically the like the golden age. Was it is it? Yeah. Yeah, she was the golden age Red Tornado. I don't know if you've ever seen. Let me see if you've ever seen. See, that's her with a it almost looks like she has like a pot on her head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so
Okay.
but basically she was basically, at this point in time she's basically just like the grandmother to the Justice
I was
Society.
gonna say, yeah, she's like the house mom.
Exactly.
Makes sure everyone takes their vitamins.
Pretty
So
much,
they're
yeah.
so they're in top crime fighting form.
Yeah, basically, yes. Here's your home cooked dinner, yes.
Nice.
Because again, at this point, they had like a mixture of like older characters and like younger characters on the team, like Stargirl and stuff. So,
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
but yeah, my uncle said she caught the flying Graysons at some point. Yeah.
Yep. Doc Midnight gives him the deets.
Yep.
It's like, I know who's doing this.
Yeah, we get a whole thing about the different kinds of cloning. I love this part. I'm sure you love this part. Yeah, when he gets to Wayne Manor and he's like, gassing up the plane and stuff, and Tim's there.
Yep.
So I love when Dick just basically goes, so, and Tim goes, so what? And Dick goes, you coming? And Tim just like drops with all his school stuff and just like, yeah.
I know he almost forgets to
Oh
put the
yeah.
Robin outfit on.
He's like, forgetting something? Has a touch of red in it? Big letter R on the front?
Yeah, but my favorite part is the note he leaves.
Yes!
For
Bruce, part the jet and a few other things. Have them back soon. Your pal, Jimmy Olsen.
And then Alfred's face, a few things.
He opens that cabinet and it's all gone. He's like,
amazing.
which again, I'm glad like Dick has been like such a good older brother to Damien, but like nothing to me beats like the Dick and Tim relationship.
Yeah, one of the things they have not done a great job with.
Yeah.
Lately. Oh yeah, I did also like when they're flying and Tim's asking him about what Power Girl was wearing, and he says that "Think clean thoughts, chum." I'm pretty sure that's a quote from Adam West Batman. I'm pretty sure he says that at some point.
I think so, but and also that I do remember that line too. It was like a Superman annual. It was like in the silver. It was like before Crisis. For the man who has everything, it's a famous one. When like Batman, Robin, and Wonder Woman get up to Superman's fortress for his birthday. I mean, Mongol attacks, but like that, it's Jason. It's Jason as Robin because they get out of the plane, and it's like the middle of the Arctic, and meanwhile, Wonder Woman's there in her costume, and Jason's like, "How is she cold with just wearing what she's wearing?" And I think Bruce at that point says, "Think clean thoughts, chum," or something.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. But I swear.
And Adam West might have did it too. They might have been homaging Adam West.
Yeah, that could. Yeah. So
because
anyway,
I think that was like early '80s or something. So yeah,
right.
awesome.
Yeah. So whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's hilarious.
I know.
Is the point.
Mm.
And they fly in. So yeah, that's a great one.
Talia's last island base, which she promised to dismantle, and Tim. She didn't keep her promise, huh? What a shock.
Indeed. Who's surprised? No one. The only thing about this whole thing with Freefall is sometimes I don't totally love the art. I think it's the faces. Sometimes the faces don't work for me.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot of times Dick's face to me seems off. We haven't gotten to it yet, but when Talia comes to his office, their faces look weird.
I don't know if it's certain perspectives or like angles, but yeah, sometimes the faces look off. Yeah, I get
And
that.
I mean, it's not necessarily wrong. It's just not my preferred style with the
Mhm.
way the faces look because it didn't look bad, but this a couple of the times the way Tim's face looked when he was in the cave, like stuff and stuff. I thought his face. I don't know. I thought his face looked weird.
Mhm. But yeah, 142 ends with them getting to that island, and then 143 opens up with basically changing the plane into a submarine.
Pretty sweet.
I love when they go under and Dick goes, Captain Nemo, eat your heart out. And Tim, who? Oh, right, showing my age there. How about Captain SpongeBob SquarePants?
I mean, Dick, you're like Captain Nemo is old even for you. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's 1800s. Well, the book anyway. The movie's
Yeah.
probably.
I wonder if that's even just like a little like wink and a nod that, Dick debuted in 1940s.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably because there's probably a movie that was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea that came out around that time. Or something
Mhm.
feels like something that would have happened around then.
So, yeah, so they get to the island. They set up a little satellite relay because Dick calls the JLA watchtower to get a satellite view. And who's on duty? It's Roy.
Yeah, he's a Red Arrow at this moment, right?
Yes. Yeah. Mm. And then Roy's about to go, just is like going, talking, and Dick's like, shut up.
Well, I thought he was also saying "shut up" because Roy was like, "I just about crapped" when I was
Oh, yeah.
telling me when he's like about to make fun of him about the museum thing. So
Yeah. Mm.
yeah, then they get their stuff.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, must be the entrance there because there's something about the trees and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
Yeah, I
say,
mean, this also does a very good job of showcasing that Dick is good at this stuff.
oh yeah,
That he's experienced and knows what's up.
because they take out the two guards and then they take the elevator down. Mm. With their stun guns.
Yep. Yeah, they're like on the page with the stun guns. I don't know, their faces look weird.
Oh yeah.
Particularly with the face of Tim when he says, "Sure thing, Captain Kirk." His face looks weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's just weird inking or yeah. Because again, it's so weird. Because do we have more than one? I don't think we have more than one penciler. Because I was going to say it kind of. Yeah, Don Kramer penciler. Yeah, I don't know. But no, I see what you're
That's
saying. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, they're
all
basically
right. So then we finally meet this dude who's been doing this, reanimating these bodies. Is this a new person, or has this guy been kicking around somewhere else in the DC world?
as far as I know. I think this stuff in the Nightwing book at the time was his first. I'm
It's
pretty
his
sure.
debut.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shoot. I already forgot his name. Crandall.
Is it Crandall? Is it Creighton?
Creighton. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creighton. That's right. So
That one panel where Dick like kicks the two guards. That's like such a Spider-Man pose. And that's like a guy with powers. So I mean, for Dick to do that naturally, that's pretty good.
well, he's an acrobat.
Exactly.
So he can do the splits.
But yeah, so Dick finds the the guys in the tanks, but then Tim's been captured, and Crichton's like he's like, surrender to me. He's like, no harm will come to the youngster. You, on the other hand, have to be eradicated.
Yeah, and he wants to throw him into the the piping hot magma. It makes me think of Doctor Evil.
I
Remember
know.
how
Magma.
magma?
Yeah.
How about no?
We're showing our age there, Phil.
I know.
How about no?
So then Creighton's just willy-nilly tossing these guys into the magma.
Yeah, and then because Dickie, all these winged soldiers, Crichton's telling them, "Oh yeah, you guys are going in. You're going to throw Nightwing in." And Dick says to them, "You see what your master does? He just throws you away. Once you're unable to serve his needs, you mean nothing to him." So Dick kind of starts a rebellion here. But of course, Crichton gets away. And then Dick and Tim are in the ocean, and then the remote, I guess, for the sub isn't working, so they have to swim for it.
Yep.
How far do you think we parked it? Not sure. Maybe 3 miles or so, or 5. So yeah, that's how that issue ends, with them swimming away.
Yep. Good ending.
And then we get the
Funny ending.
then we get the 144. That's a nice cover of him. Just hang gliding through a subway tunnel.
Yep.
And we once again open up with him skydiving, this time at 31,000 feet.
Yeah, which that's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have the helmet in the air and stuff.
Gotta make sure you don't get hit by like a passing 747 too.
I know that feels like too much effort to go skydiving. Like, just do the little baby one where you can just jump out. You
Yeah.
don't have to because he has to take oxygen and stuff with him. It's intense.
But then he comes down in the park and meets Deb.
Yeah, and then they're going to some because he has like a tux on under. He's skydiving in a tux.
I know. That's what she even says. He calls him Mr. Bond. Oh yeah, because some charity event, and then she's like, "How about we catch a late movie instead?" And then we get Beijing. Yeah. What is her name?
Mother of Champions.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she's someone that's been around before in the DC universe.
Not sure. But yeah, I guess she can get I guess her power, she can just create a never, and give birth to children over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I don't think that's a power though. I think that's a curse.
You would think, yeah.
Because her children don't live very long.
Yeah, because it's for what they age, what is it? They only their growth is so accelerated, they live a whole lifetime in a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, look at that cemetery she's in. That is so many. So many.
Oh, I know, because they. She first appearance 52, number 6 from August 2006.
Oh, okay. So she's pretty new.
She's been on around before, but not that long. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. Wu Miying was a theoretical physicist obsessed with discovering the Higgs boson, the so-called God particle. She succeeds in her quest, but a breach in a particle accelerator exposed her to the boson's weird energies. Following the accident, she thought she had become sterile, and her husband abandoned shortly after. Wu became an alcoholic and had a one-night stand with an unknown man that revealed her power to easily become pregnant and give birth to legions of short-lived superhuman soldiers. The Chinese government promptly drafted her into service, naming her the Mother of Champions.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. That poor woman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, her children only ever live like a week, aging up to 10 years within 24 hours. Mm. Oh, here we go. She is immune to all known radiation, from radiation poisoning to ionizing radiation. So that's handy. Oh, and again, she has self-sustenance. While she does need to breathe like everyone else, the Mother of Champions no longer has the need to eat.
Interesting.
I guess she lives off radiation. Oh.
That's weird.
All right, so yes, so we see, yes, we get the whole thing about it, how she can give birth to all these legions of children, but then she gets kidnapped.
Yep.
Mm.
Then we see Nightwing busting some crime in the daytime.
Oh yeah, so these people are trying. He's like, oh, these guys are trying to be smart, trying to hold a drug deal in the middle of the day.
Then I love the kid. Should I call the cops, Mr. Nightwing?
I know. It's like, yeah, that'd be great.
And then he tips that water tower over so all the heroin gets wet.
Yeah, so he ruins the
Guys
drugs.
are like, oh no.
And then that kid don't even have to call the cops because it basically washes all the crooks out of the alley right to the feet of a cop. Mm. Then he calls the wing.
Yep. And then here's where he's going through the subway tunnel.
Oh yeah, because this group's taking hostages on the train.
I like the picture where he's hanging upside down and you see his head and shoulders in the emergency exit window.
And then yes, years before the whole Bruno Redondo, issue where we went to, side to side. I mean, I like this page just with the subway car. You see him moving.
Yeah. Yep.
Right on the side there.
Yes. I also like the couple pages on where, since he gets them tied up and stuff, then how when the SWAT team cops open up, like all the regular people are just sitting there chilling, and all the bad guys are tied up.
Yeah, and the old lady. So what took you guys? Then days later at the cloisters, as Dick's sitting in his office, yes, he gets a visit from Talia.
Yes. I love the secretary, a Miss Asgood.
It's Al Ghul, you ignorant fool.
Talia's like, I don't make appointments.
Then she brings a feather. Is this your idea for cryptic message? Nothing cryptic about it. I did leave a note with my name on it.
Oh, Creighton Kendall, yeah.
Yeah, Creighton Kendall. Yeah, basically telling her. He basically tells Talia, "I know he's working for you."
Yeah, her face looks really weird when she does the clap clap.
Yeah, again, I don't know if it's just. I don't know if the artist is like trying to like convey like people talking, so then the mouths are supposed to be moving. But yeah, her mouth, that was not as bad. But yeah, her face looks a little weird there. So, but yeah, Dick tells her to cease and desist. With the whole, trying to resurrect, stealing powers from dead, super powered beings and stuff. And she's like, I have to protect myself. He's like, from who? She's like, from my father.
It does crack me up how you don't see it earlier in the pictures of his desk when he's sitting there, but then when she's like, I know what your constitution says, boom, there happens to be an American flag right there on his desk.
Exactly.
Because I can tell you that.
Like right in the middle of the panel there.
Right. I can tell you that. Speaking as a medievalist, most medievalists I know do not have American flags on their desk.
I wonder too. I'm trying to. I mean, this was only like what 7 years after 9/11. So again, is it also
Yeah, it's
just?
true. It is in New York. It's just fun.
I
It's just
know.
funny how it like pops up right there. Like, oh, convenient.
But yeah, he's basically getting in her face about digging up all these dead superpowered beings, and she's like, "Ah, but when it comes to the machinations of your superpowered friends, then that concern of yours dwindles." And he's basically like, you know what? He's like the JLA, the JSA. They all, they always try to do, good for the world. Pretending that's not the case doesn't sit well with me. It makes you look like the self-absorbed, selfish woman you truly are. Mm,
It's kind of
so
fun to see them go at it because they really do not like each other.
yeah, and then she starts coming out about oh, what about it? Something about acceptable casualties, and he's like, "There's no such thing as acceptable innocent casualties." And she goes, "I beg to differ." And then yeah, he hands him an envelope. When she leaves, he opens it, and there's a picture of Deb sleeping. So, not so subtle threat there.
Yeah, definitely, definitely not so. Ah.
And 145 is not so subtle cover of her basically holding a sword over his head.
Yep.
I don't know. The first page of 145, like his face looks weird there, but I do like the rest, like the pose and stuff. Him like hanging on those gargoyles.
Yep.
Mm. But yeah, then we see Talia going to meet with Crichton, and yes, they have the Mother of Champions.
In this armory, yeah, and where they've got all these babies.
But yeah, I mean, basically, Crichton's worked on this where basically has her anesthetized, and he's doing everything he can to keep her alive, but like out of it.
Yeah,
Mm,
it was pretty messed up.
yeah, but then Talia shows up and wants a update, and he says, "Thanks to Nightwing's interference, the program has been set back several months." He's like, "But fortunately, we had this backup plan. I guess meaning Mother of Champions." He's like, "This way, we're only months behind instead of years behind."
Yeah.
Mm, but yeah, she basically wants to see what her money's paying for. Mm. Then she wants to know how many she's given birth to so far. As of this recent delivery, which is still underway, might I add, 175.
Yeah, poor woman.
I know. Mm. But yeah, she's like, what powers they have? They possess unique strength, endurance, and speed. At what levels? If you're expecting Superman, Aquaman, or Flash levels, then I suggest you lower your expectations. They only have the strength of about 20 men.
I mean, that seems pretty good.
Well, if you got an army of that, yeah. Mm. But yeah, he says he's basically fertile enough to spawn legions of legions.
Yeah, but that is, I mean, what they're doing is so
Oh yeah.
messed up on so many levels. I mean, that Mother of Champions, how he's talking about, yeah, he's created this. I mean, he's using her as a machine.
Well, yeah. I mean, and again, it's artificial insemination, but you can basically say they're basically raping her to get this army.
Yeah, yeah, she doesn't even know. And he's saying, yeah, yeah, I've got all this, using all these kinds of, I mean, he's kind of like messing with the sperm, I guess, so that it has he's, he's doing weird science to it. But yeah, and then how he has this special chemical that mimics labor and quicker rates so they can make
Yeah,
it go even faster.
and basically like induce contraction so she doesn't have to be awake. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, that is super messed up.
exactly.
Like,
Mm. So basic, but then well, Talia says unless Nightwing interferes again, because she says she's keeping him busy, leave him alone unless he interferes again. But then Crichton, after she leaves, tells some of his soldiers, no, go fly, find him, kill him. So they attack Dick while he's sitting there, keeping an eye on Deb. I love, so all these soldiers coming after him have wings. He's like, a lot of the people with wings lately too. Didn't know I moved to Thanagar.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
So yeah, basically they're having this midair fight. Takes them to the bridge. But yeah, takes out these soldiers, and then of course we see Roz at Arkham.
Oh yeah. When did he get sent there?
That's the whole thing. I think he was in another body or something. That's the what they were talking about in like that. Was it the first or second issue where Tim was? Oh, what was that? Was it the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul?
Where he's trying to take Damien's body.
I think, yeah, and like basically he like tempts Tim. He's like, oh, I'll use the Lazarus pit to bring your parents back and stuff.
Yeah, that was the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. So.
Okay, and then he ended up in.
Yeah. So basically, Roz is breaking out of Arkham. But then in the back.
Okay, but then that's just happening, and then Dick takes one of the guys he captured to the Batcave.
Yep. Yeah, they're interrogating him, and then but then they get the call that Roz is escaping, so Bruce and Tim go take care of that, and then Dick follows this lead on the gunpowder he found. I love that he sneaks on the Talia's yacht because when he finds one of Talia's guys hanging around Deb's apartment, he beats him and then he's like, here, give this to Talia. Because he played the same game she did, because Dick sends a picture of her sleeping and be like, yeah, see, I can get to you too. Or wait, is that Talia or is that her sister? Wait.
Oh, the picture might be.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, nah, yeah, you want to start something? Yeah. So then we see at the end, Dick is flying to the castle, the Hammer Armory where Creighton's at.
Yep.
Which that's where 146 point picks up, because he's once again swimming underwater. We see Creighton's takes a bunch of the bodies and just they're hooked up underwater there. But it's like, Dick knows to look below, because he's like, you usually keep your bases underneath. And Talia shows up. But he still hasn't figured out how to keep the babies from aging. But then Dick finds a way to sneak in. But then Talia wants to see she's checking out the babies from this latest labor, and then Creighton's telling her the last batch, what went wrong. She's like, I want to see them. And he's like, because he said about disposing of them. And she's like, what? Show me.
Well, then you find out that Crichton is really messed up.
Oh, yeah, there's a room just
Kendall,
full of
because yeah, he is killing these infants, and even Talia's like, oh wait, no.
Yeah, because she tells him, you were to immediately desist from terminating any more of her children. This is not a death camp. You will achieve the
He's all like, I don't think so.
Yeah, because she said, I'm gonna shut you down. He's like, I beg to differ. Because she puts a gun to his head, but then his troops put swords to hers.
Hard to be a bad guy in league with another bad guy because
Exactly.
you'll easily turn on each other.
But then Dick breaks in through the ceiling. You just see all the water rushing in. See, Talia's face looks weird there at the
really weird. Yes.
Yeah. I suppose I should express a feeling of gratitude for you. He's like, shut up.
Like aim to wound. There might be necessities. Like, don't make me regret it.
Yeah, but then Dick tells the guys in there with Mother of Champions to unhook her and revive her now. He's like, where's Creighton? Level 4. But yeah, he's found that at least one of her babies, I guess, is aging at a normal rate. So yeah, I guess he must have used what he got from this baby. Now he looks younger.
Oh yeah, maybe not that babe. Well,
somehow he's figured out a way to de-age himself.
Right. Well, and it could be from maybe if it's not from that baby, from the babies. Yeah.
Maybe. So yeah, so that once again he tackles Dick and they take to the air. I love Dick's hitting him. He's glad to see you took a few years off, Creighton. I'm looking forward to kicking your ass for all the pain and suffering you caused.
Yeah, maybe it is that one because it says your special gift.
Yeah. But yeah, he gets him in the water. He's like, gotta saturate these wings. Let him take me for a ride. Because then Crichton swoops down and grabs the baby and he's like, let's see how long you're willing to put this innocent baby in jeopardy 500 feet above the water. Just showcase your useless heroics. Dick, actually not long at all, Creighton, as he smashes both sides of his head with those sticks. Because if you're wet enough, and I time this right, Dick jumps off after the baby, you're going to make one hell of a lightning rod.
Yeah, the thing that was weird is he grabs a baby, but then it's like he doesn't really save Crichton. That surprised me a little bit.
Well, I mean, a choice between this baby and this massive baby killer. I mean, the choice is kind of easy.
But I'm surprised that they didn't.
Yeah.
Show him going back or something.
You probably figured he was dead. So yeah, we get the whole thing with Mother of Champions and basically just telling those to her children, to, make the most of the time you have, and basically just fly as high as you can.
Tells them about Buddhism. She tells them the Eightfold Path.
Yeah. Talia, this is unacceptable. I will not stand. He's like, so is saving your life after all you've done, but I did it anyway. Basically telling her Mother Champion's coming with him. He drops her at the consulate for the People's Republic of China. But then I like the last 2 pages, we get that scene with Superman. Basically tying up the whole, what are we going to do, with the bodies of all these superpowered people. So Clark's going to be writing a piece on it. So yeah, he said he got a call from the president. So him and Dick are talking about it, and
Yep, they're gonna have to have a more secure
mhm.
cemetery for.
I do like when Clark asks him. He's like, "Hitting the friendly skies yourself." Now I hear, "How do you like flying?" New glider's great, but nothing beats the feeling of leaping off a ledge and swinging through a city without a safety net. Superman, guess you can take the kid out of the circus, but you can't take the circus out of the kid.
Yep. Amen to that. The end.
Yay. So yeah, so that was the end of that one. Yeah, and then the next issue, which we already covered, was the starts off the whole
The last part.
Yeah, the Great Leap stuff with Two-Face and everything. So
Yeah, that's the last. That's the last arc of his.
on his road to Batman. Yep.
Crazy.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I like this. Did you like this?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very good. Yeah, I love it. The only thing that's not perfect about it for me is I think sometimes the art is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's just like when the artist tries to get too creative with those faces, or if it's like the inker or something. But yeah, I think the artist was trying to get too fancy with some of those faces. All right. Yeah. So, any other final thoughts on this?
I take it involves medieval stuff. Always great.
All right. So,
I hope after reading it, it encouraged some comic book fans to go visit the Cloisters Museum in New York City.
exactly. All right. So, all right, kids. So, yes. So next 2 weeks, Electric Mullet will be back. So you'll get your Superman in the next 2 weeks, and then after that, we'll be back to cover some new issues, including Nightwing 106. That goes on sale. When is that? September 19th. So, and whatever new stuff we get, well, I'm sure we'll have a World's Finest Teen Titans by then. And I'll keep an eye on it out for anything else because, yes, the Batman, Catwoman, Gotham War started today. So,
Yeah. How's it so far?
I mean, it's all right. Dick appeared like on a page or two, but really they didn't do much. He basically had like a line or two. So,
Okay.
but I'll keep you informed.
I didn't get it. Let me know if I need to.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and I was glad to see everyone was right. Joker didn't really kill Nightwing in Harley Quinn, but I still hold out hope that he'll be alive or they'll bring him back.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I didn't even watch the last episode yet. I don't know if it's a death.
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
You know what? I figured. I had a
I
thought.
mean, that's what you predicted, and you're.
I was thinking. I was like, yeah, Joker might just be talking. So, yeah, maybe this weekend I'll just watch 2 episodes in a row. Yeah. I don't know. The death kind of turned me off. All right. So yes, kids. So yes, send all your thoughts, the new stuff. This. Oh, wait a second. I'll open this up because next. So next month we will cover. Yeah, we'll cover the new stuff, and then hold on. We can't let you know what we'll do on that second episode. Oh, we got. We'll be doing Nightwing 54 and 55 from Chuck Dixon. So, all right, kids. So yes, so send us all your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, sorry, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episode. Sorry, kids. All right. Getting choked up. All things Capes and Lunatics episode, social media, merchandise, and the Patreon. Please help us support this. Please join the Patreon Elite with Ray, Russell, Justin, and Moz. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. And again, go on Amazon. You all know how to use Amazon. Go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, if you love the character of Nightwing, Robin, Dick Grayson, you should pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. I guarantee you, no matter how big a fan you think you are, you will discover new information in that book that you did not know. All right. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next 2 weeks, you'll get your electric mullet. And then we'll be back here to talk the new Nightwing issue, Nightwing 106. And any other news. New Nightwing news. Or any requests you want to request us to review any older stuff, let us know. Again, could be Robin stuff, could be Nightwing stuff, could be Dick's Batman stuff. But yes, so yeah, we'll see you in a few weeks. But until then, join us same wing time.
Same Wing channel.
The Nightwing News. And the rest of you thought childbirth was bad.